Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Innal hamdalillah wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah ibni Abdillah. Wala haula wala quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. The first day. Let's praise be to Allah with the highest position, cause He is our God and no partner for Him, who has given us mercies and blessing, till I can stand up in front of you all in this place without any problem. Secondly, unforgettable peace and salutation to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has brought us as a human from the darkness to the light. And also we wait for his help in Yaumil Qiyamah. Amma ba'du. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce myself. My name is Abulkhoir Satria Sakti. I am student of Tidar University, Communication 2019. And I stand up here. I want a speech under the title, The Importance of Moral Education to Young Generation. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever seen the student smoke? Have you ever seen the student make truant? Have you ever seen the student brawl? And have you ever heard of some issues that the student have free sex? And I'm sure all of you will be saying yes. There are many kind of the Nafi. This means that the moral attitudes of Indonesia teenagers have turned away from the values and norm of the real Indonesia. Everyone involved in those things are students, the young people who should have the best ethic because they have been educated through educational institution. As we know, today in Indonesia is in morality crisis, especially for teenagers. We have now in our environment and in the big cities, there are many teenagers. They are in junior high school and also senior high school, are getting in fight, free society, being a smoker when they were in elementary school, stealing, using, consuming drugs, and cheating habit in the class, of course, when examination. Cheating with examination. Bad attitudes. It's very bad. That's happened real in Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, why are all things happens? Before you answer, I want to express an opinion. In Indonesia, I see the demand of academic value is so high. It's so high. The value is so high. But the attitudes, no. When the student get the high score, parents, teachers, and all those around, they will be more proud of achievement that make us all forget a really important thing. What is the moral value? We forget about that. Students continue to be encouraged for studying hard. but they are not given the opportunity to build a social life, emotional intelligence, and spiritual. Every day, students are only given mathematics, science, physics, and also chemistry. All of those must be learned and memorized. Just theory, theory, and theory. Because of too much academic material, students don't get a portion of moral education. As a result, they are easily tempted to commit immoral acts and even criminality. That's a very, very, very scary thing about that. MashaAllah. They understand that the most important in the score at the end of test, but not includes attitudes in society. Not includes in society. Attitude is very important, but many parents and teachers not look that important. Don't blame about attitudes, brother. And don't think the important one is score, 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 and score. Not only score. Understand? Of course, we all very disappointed about that. To see the moral of Indonesia students who are increasing low and are the distraction. This should not be allowed to continue and must be addressed properly. It requires the cooperation of all human parents, educators, and government in order to create the moral intelligence decreases. We all have known that young people now are leaders in the future. We as a leader in the future as teenagers. Don't forget, education not only about score, not only about thing formality in class, not only examination, not only oral examination, but the habit, environment. We are sad about that. Ladies and gentlemen, one of solutions to keep and save our young generation from the lack of moral education is parents. Parents should have sense of care toward education and directly involved in overseeing the growth of the children. It should be done in order for not making the parents become a factor that hinder the growth of their children. Remember about that. Okay? Besides parents, teachers are also important in charge to give the moral education. They have to provide good examples for their students so that the teacher can be used as a role of good character in giving moral education to the teenager. We must certainly need extra patience because the result of moral education cannot be seen directly but requires a long process. Therefore, moral education requires synergistic cooperation between the different parties to obtain good results. Take for example, parents educate their children at home, while the teacher educate them in school, and then society educate them in real life. Educate in the real life. Remember about that. Okay? Let us together work actively to save notation, especially for young people who will be the notation next generation from the degradation of moral, so that notation can be equal with other development notation. And apart from that, let us create a learning system that is accompanied by moral exhilaration, good behavior, and discipline that makes students not only have a high score, but also good activity, good morality, good attitudes. Okay, understand all? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe the conclusion of that, our true character is that person will we become when no is watching. So maybe that's all from me. Sorry for all my mistake, because we are as human, the place of mistake and the perfect is only one, only Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.